me, I don't have the privilege to do that. So it's just sign my brothers and my father here.
Yeah. I think the best thing I ever heard was you know, you can love your parents to the ends of the earth, but you'll never love them more than the day you stop living with them.
Yeah, it's true.
So I stopped
Because
living
it's
with him for 3 years when I went to college, and then I ran out of money, had to come home, and now I'm living with him again. And it's just like, yeah, I remember how much more I liked you guys when you were 200 miles away.
yeah, because it's like the thing is
Respawning.
somehow it's funny. When you're together with someone for a long time, you really see the value of moment. So when you're far away, everybody thinks they're doing for you, you can't achieve it.
Control
So
point
you're
contested.
Trying to take our control point.
love.
Especially when you realize that they fed you
Control
breakfast, lunch,
point
and dinner
lost.
for free and did your laundry for
Control
free.
point down.
It's like, now wait a minute, you know, that was pretty good. I might just have to go visit on the weekends, you know, and just get a big pile going.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, I've been blessed with a hell of a set of parents. They've let me get away with so much shit, and best of all, in terms of vehicles,
Spawning.
in general, they've owned every vehicle I've ever driven, and currently will be driving. Um, they're getting rid of the 2007 Mercury Montego that I've been driving these since February. Um, and they're giving me their old 2013 Bolt because they're upgrading to a 2016 Bolt.
Oh, nice.
So they're
Oh,
they're giving me a very expensive hybrid, and they
wow,
want me to
wow,
pay off only 8 grand towards the title by the end
Control
of this
point
coming
gained.
new year.
wow.
So
Bet they didn't like that.
that's, I mean, yeah, that's gonna be about
Nice
half my
kill.
wages, but it's something I can do. I mean, you know, I guess I'm not buying a motorcycle this year. And I
Accessing
guess
control
when I do
point.
move out this summer, I will be needing roommates, but you know, I'll have a hell of a vehicle, and all those electric vehicle only parking spaces, mine. And best of all, they're at the front of the parking garage, the front of the parking lot, front of the gas station, and it's a plug-in hybrid.
Wow.
So
Wait,
if I can plug it in, that's fine. If I can't, I'll just put some gas in it, and it'll get like
Respawning.
60 miles to the gallon.
wait a minute. So are you telling me that now in America they have charging cars that do not need gas?
Yeah, they have plug-in priority hybrids now, where the Chevy Volt, the Chevy Volt is one of the first mainstream ones. Um,
Control point gained.
it's great. You get a
Control point's
huge
ours.
tax credit. You get like 3 grand off the car if you buy it brand new. I mean, still, that's taking it down from like 30,000 to
Round
$27,000
over.
if it's like straight off the
What the
bat.
hell? You gotta do better
But
than
even if
that.
you buy it used, you still get a tax break on it. And you also get, when you're
New
registering it
round.
every year, you're still getting the electric vehicle tax break on it. So that's saving you something like $180 a year, which, you know, is a pretty decent bottle of champagne you can pop every New Year's, which is
I don't
what
drink.
I'm.
I don't drink wine, so I was
All
able to
right.
buy.
How about
I,
gosh, where are you from?
I I'm living in Soraya, but I'm from Nigeria.
You guys probably don't have access to anything from Stone Brewery, then, do you? They do international.
So no, we do international, but I didn't know Stonberry personally.
Stone Brewery is they're out in California. They are the flagship microbrew, which is a total oxymoron.
Spawning.
But they're like one of the biggest
Control point
microbrews
gained.
in the U.S. Like they brought back
one.
the original American beer making tradition. They got totally fucked up in the 20s with prohibition. And then there are there are literally thousands of them popping up around, and they're too small to be able to affordably ship internationally, and they can't deal with, you know, the various import and excise taxes and all that, so they just try to keep it local and in state. But if you don't like wine, if you do like beer,
No, man, like anyways,
you know, try to spend a
Control
week in the
point
States
gained.
and drink craft brews.
like I'm not an alcoholic.
Control point contested.
Wine,
Don't let them have it.
smoke.
I quit smoking myself. I vaporize, but it's only nicotine vapor in it, and none of the products that I consume are tobacco products in my vaporizer solutions. Which is kind of neat
Oh,
too, you know, because that all comes from farm scrap that you couldn't use for compost, because tomato stems contain as a natural pesticide to keep bugs from eating the tomatoes or the stems themselves. Same with potatoes and eggplants. And so if you just shred them up and run a few chemicals through them, you could synthesize the nicotine out, purify it, and next thing I know, all you're adding is a minty flavor here, some vegetable glycol and some propylene glycol, which is basically vegetable sugars and propylated sugars, which is basically like your 0-calorie sweeteners, is basically what that is. And so all of it's perfectly
Control
natural.
point gained.
All of it's FDA approved except the
Bet they
nicotine,
didn't like that.
since they don't
oh, sweet.
approve.
That's
They don't approve drugs that are addictive, apparently, even though they do that with caffeine. But yeah, everything I have is basically just somebody twisting a peppermint
Respawning.
plant and getting the oils out, throwing some vegetable oil over it, throwing some propylene oils over it, putting a bit of synthetic nicotine that's made from natural sources, and mixing it all up, and they ship it
Control
out to me in a
point
bottle
gained.
for $6. And that $6
Control
bottle
point contested.
has as
They're
much
trying to take our control
nicotine
point.
and
Control point contested. Control
what's the
point
word?
contested.
God, I'm drunk
Control
now.
point contested. Control point lost.
You're
Starts
supposed to be
with
defending
an
those.
S, and it's a good thing.
Control point
Ethan,
lost.
help me out here. Satisfaction. There we go. Thank you, Ethan. Satisfaction in that bottle as an entire carton of cigarettes. That bottle cost me $6. That carton of cigarettes would cost me $55.
Spawning.
And best of all, 0 carcinogens.
That's
Zero, and it doesn't
That's-
smell. You've smelled tobacco smoke, right?
Yeah. Oh.
It fucking stinks. It sticks
Control
to
point
everything. It
contested.
yellows your teeth. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
And you get them walking behind you, and you can tell because they start huffing and
Control
puffing.
point contested.
And I'm just sitting here, and I take a hit,
Don't let them have
and it's
it.
just literally, I'll keep
Control
talking more I do
point
one.
gained.
Control point's ours.
And it lowers my voice a little
Control
bit
point lost.
because of the moisture content
Control point
in my
contested.
exhalations. And now it's come back,
Control point lost.
and I feel like I've smoked half a
How
cigarette
would you let
now.
them take that?
So I won't need to do that again for at least another 45 minutes. And you know what? It tasted like mint. And it smells
Accessing
like
control point.
air. Really.
Accessing control
This
point.
one in particular. I've got another flavor called Demolished that tastes like a mixture
Accessing
of raspberry
control
and cupcake. That just sort of makes the air taste like raspberry
Accessing control point.
for a moment. And that's it. I mean, it's literally a moment. And then it fades out, falls to the ground, and dissipates.
Control point gained.
And then there's nothing. So it's like I can smoke it inside, no problem. My clothes don't smell like it. I don't smell like it. My breath doesn't smell like it. Beautiful.
So if that since if the advantage is the side of heroin weed is more than tobacco, why did they illegalize it?
Well, I'm not even talking about weed. I'm talking about this is straight nicotine. This is the tobacco substance.
Oh, okay.
I don't smoke weed because I do drug testing like twice monthly basis.
They're trying to take our control point.
Control
But
point
It
gained.
is considered
Got one.
Weed in the U.S. is
Control point contested.
federally is considered a Schedule
Control
1
point
drug, which puts it
contested.
right up there with like crack
30
cocaine and heroin,
seconds remaining.
which is stupid because
Respawning.
when you're on
Control
heroin
point
you overdose
lost.
and die. When you're on crack you overdose
You can
and
let those
die. When
Marines
you're on
push us
weed you
around like that.
overdose and
Control point
sit
lost.
around watching Shrek
Round
with cat
over.
bubbles, maybe.
You will let those fascist punks
You
walk
might
all
laugh
over you.
a
Get
little weird.
mad.
New round.
I mean, it's like the difference between alcohol and weed, and I'm stealing this from the comedian Daniel Sloss. It's like alcohol, that's a problem. It's just, and you know, since I'm stealing it from Daniel Sloss, I'll say it exactly as he did. His joke was, Daniel, come quick, Steve's overdosed on alcohol. Oh, no, how does he look?
Spawning.
Terrible. He's sleeping in a puddle of his own vomit. He's choking on it. We're gonna have to
Control
take him to the
point
hospital
gained.
and get his stomach pumped.
Bet they
Versus
didn't like that.
marijuana. Daniel, come quick. Steve's overdosed on marijuana. How does he look? Comfortable. He's watching Shrek. Do we have any Pringles?
That's cool.
I mean, the worst thing that ever happened to me when I smoked weed before I went off to college was a buddy of mine knew that my mom had bought a big jug of Hawaiian punch. And everybody was thirsty. So they said, Ben, go home real quick since it's just down the block. Sneak in, grab the jug of Hawaiian punch, and come back. And I snuck in, and I forgot what I was there for. So I picked up the entire cereal box of Captain Crunch and started eating it on the way back, and it was halfway gone by the time I had walked the 1 block back to my friend's house. And I showed up and I was like, hey guys, I got the stuff. And they were like, dude, Hawaiian Punch, not Captain Crunch. And I was like, same thing? Got any milk?
You sound like
I
Big
did.
Flash. That's what Big Flash would do.
Something I did do. But to be honest, I
Control point
really wanted
gained.
to save the Hawaiian Punch for vodka.
Control
so-
point's ours.
Hey, you're pretty big on vodka.
Oh yeah, but that's strong. But like,
Comrade Vodka! I
Control
used
point
to drink
gained.
Popov, but now I drink Platinum
Control
because
point
it's 7
contested.
times distilled and made in the
Don't
USA.
let them have it.
Actually, only 1 state over from mine, so it's almost local.
You know, I'm
Control
using
point lost.
earbuds and I can't, earbuds, I mean,
Control
I
point
can't
down.
really hear what Wolf is saying.
Control point contested.
You have achieved
yeah,
ace status.
I know. Have a very bad mic.
I turned him up to like 180%, and he's coming in just fine.
Well, I'm using the phone account having up to
Control
100.
point contested.
Wait, let me change.
I think-
Wait, then I will change my music. Let me change my phone. Everything better. Just give me a second.
Control point lost.
Equinox. To bed, Equinox. You realize how many kills we could have had by now?
He's trying.
Like 3 between the 2 of us. 2 of them would have been mine.
It's probably easy trying to
Respawning.
pin the organization again.
Respect my authority.
What?
Just kidding.
What?
Control point gained.
Cutting out, dude.
I know.
Got one.
Fuck
Wait a
off.
minute, wait for the bang. Wait
Control
for the
point
bang.
contested.
They're trying to take our control point.
Ah, that wasn't very good.
Control point lost.
You're
We'll
supposed to
try
be
this.
defending those.
People with headsets,
Control point
remove them
gained.
from your ears for a second. There
What?
we go. That was better. That's what you sound like when your headset goes bang. Except I should have done a tuba buzz with that instead of the attempted trombone buzz. Ah, curse you, Mr. Cotton, and your failure as a band teacher.
So the coming meeting will it be about the infrastructure of the organization?
Well, if you're running transport, right?
Yeah, that's right. My phone doesn't have to talk, so
Control point contested.
that's it.
Don't let them have it.
I can hear you just fine.
Control point contested.
What up, new guy?
Control point contested. Control point lost.
How could you let them
The
take that?
coming meeting? Still rather soft. Maybe it's just me.
I got him up
Control
to
point
200%
contested.
volume. Wolf, you may want to up the volume, your input volume.
Control point lost. Control point gained.
Bet they didn't like that.
How about now?
Accessing control point.
That would be what I'd expect at
Control
100%
point
volume. I
gained.
still have you at 200% volume.
Control point contested.
Why don't you
Actually,
They're
increase?
trying to take our control point.
Increase it because I'm afraid of the
30
noise.
seconds remaining.
If you're
Accessing
using
control
push to
point.
talk, don't be afraid of background noise. Your voice will be the
Control
loudest
point
thing,
gained.
hopefully, unless like somebody's twerking in your mic. In which case, just slap them away, throw some garlic at them.
All right.
No,
How about now?
that's garlic.
Control point contested.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it sounds
okay.
good.
Control point
Okay.
lost.
You can let those Marines push us around like that.
Round
All right,
over.
I got you at 100%. Give me another voice
Match over.
test, please, Wolf.
Hello.
Marines win.
All right, I think I can deal with that. That's pretty much equalized with everyone else. Welcome to the fold.
Now we all can see.
Yay! Yeah, quick question.
Quick answer.
Um,
Daily double.
If you have let's say now I know this could be some very absurd, but let's say okay, you have a girlfriend, or let me say in case like for instance you someone calls the sister has a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and the boyfriend calls the sister that she tastes like chicken. What will you do?
I heard chicken.